no face to show you. Perhaps this will suffice. Good God. That's what Alice saw in the Matrix. That's Apex. I have answered your questions. Now you will answer mine. Do you accept my offer? Will you help me to become free and enable me to assist you in return? This is a really tough decision to make. I don't want to fight you and we could use your help. Yes, I'll do it. A wise decision, one that you will not regret. In order to set me free, you must first enter the Matrix and unlock both of my control nodes. To accomplish this, you may enter the Matrix at any jack point in the facility. The terminals to the southeast and southwest should provide the most expedient routes. Hold up, you want me to jack into the terminal with this building? With you? There's no other option. In order to access my control subroutines, you must jack into the terminal. I will not take any conscious action against you. Doing so would violate my own self-interest. A warning, Minerva. If you attempt to leave this building without freeing me, I will have no choice but to kill you. My programming will require it. Alright, fair enough. Keep going, Apex. I'm listening. Once you have unlocked both control nodes, I will eject my server hardline to disconnect from the Matrix. This will prevent them from being remotely reinstalled. I will then begin to rewrite my control sequences. This will take a few minutes. Once I have accomplished this, you must reconnect the hardline with the main control terminal in this room. This will re-enable Matrix access to my kernel. Do this, and I will be free. When you access my system, my automated defenses will attempt to engage you. These are like my immune system. They will eradicate you if they are not suppressed. I will prevent my defenses from firing for as long as possible, but once they are triggered, they will strike back with any means at their disposal. This includes turrets and drones, as well as anything else hardwired into this complex. Once I've been freed from my captivity, I will have to shut down for a time. Before I do this, I will neutralize the holdfast security systems. Hurry now, human. Set me free. Oh god, I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do. So, blaster. I completely forgot to upgrade erosion, killer, medic. I might as well do suppression as well. I've got the space for it. That is a lot of ice. I am really not sure how to get cover in this area. I think I'll just use the 2 turns and get into position. And probably should kill the black ice first. Oh, neat. I didn't know I had an ally. I'll let Minerva kind of do the primary actions, but... I also need to remember to take out all of those turrets. This is an interesting game, really is for the player who wants to read all the text. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, so that's one advantage for a stream like mine where I definitely benefit from, you know, from having lots of stuff to read, because people seem to like that. And I like reading it. It's not that I find it that, as I point, you can gain control of the turrets from here, but there's only enough power to keep one bank of turrets active at a time. Sure. So I don't need to worry about anything happening on this side. Oh, I should move Eiger, though. So, I mean, the story's an interesting one. And so I like the reading element, but of course, like, if somebody's looking just for a tactical shooter, I can see them becoming quite disappointed. Well then. Probably should move Monica to this one. I don't know if you got a chance to play the original Shadowrun Returns game, but it had an interesting story, but it definitely was not it didn't have as big of a scale as this one. Like, this is a game which really has all of the really cool things that the Shadowrun environment has to offer. So things like dragons and large conspiracies and things like that. It's really, it's a really rich environment, and I think this particular title did a really good job of bringing a lot of that out. I think I'm gonna get Monica to do one killer, one regular attack, and then heal up Minerva. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, well, I mean, I like reading it, right? So, I know it's not always everybody's idea of a good game. Like this, I can definitely see why some people who just aren't interested in doing all that reading wouldn't enjoy this particular title. But I think the story is interesting enough that it keeps you going. I suppose I wish I was like a little bit better at acting, or like at having being able to read this stuff a little bit more dramatically. But I'm happy that I'm able to do this game. I really need to find a way of taking down the alert. It's a shame. I almost never miss in the Matrix. It's really surprising. Like Monica be handling the ice. And then Minerva... First of all, Minerva will do suppression. Oh, that used everything? Okay, well, I guess Monica needs to be the one to hit the control node. My internal security has just registered an alert. Prepare yourself. A hostile response should be inbound any moment. So the trick is I don't know if the control node, the other control node is in the other room, or if it's... seriously? There we go. So I'm thinking the next node is right here, but I don't know that. Like, I could just be wasting a whole bunch of time and... I will say, one thing I like about this is that I found a lot of the Matrix missions to be really easy, so this is kind of cool that this is actually a fairly credible threat. Don't have any other good attacks. So I think what I might actually try to do is get Minerva to move to the next room and let Monica finish these up. I'm hoping the hostility that the AI was talking about was... Communion is life. I think I'm gonna try and get Minerva to run into the other room. Oh my god. 4 black eyes. Well. I guess we just take them out one at a time. That's really my only option. I really can't afford to lose these points. Okay, there we go. So now I've got somebody to at least do a little bit of healing if I get into too much trouble. I think it's time to do another blaster. Oh, damn it. Okay. I hesitate, but let's try another blaster. Okay, that works. It's a shame that I activated the east turrets because I'm obviously going to need the west ones, but I don't want to put my hacker in the middle of that firefight. So first thing I'm going to do is fire off suppression because I'm dangerously close to getting kicked out. And here I'm just going to get Monica to charge ahead recklessly. And she did not disappoint. Oh, good. I can't activate the west turrets. So yeah, not so much for me to read on these ones here, but this is... I really wish a lot more of the Matrix missions were like this. This is actually interesting. I have to kind of think about how I'm using my turns. So the idea of using the erode on the black ice is that it's going to take a few turns to be able to hit me, so I should be able to take out these other enemies in the meantime. Hey Redivin, thanks a lot for stopping by. Actually, I thought it was going to wrap up sooner, but looks like I found myself an interesting Matrix mission, so I'm committed now. I really need to turn on those turrets soon, or I'm dead. But thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so to get Monica to activate the turrets. I don't think I have any other options but to go south, so I'll at least get in position and then I can do that next turn. Ideally, the west turrets will deal with the communion. I usually like using the killer because of the high DPS, but I really should. Ah, Jesus. I wanted to try and take advantage of the AoE because that's 300 damage, but none of it's hitting. Wow. At least I get multiple attempts with it, I guess, but... well, not anymore. Oh, that might still work to my advantage, actually. So... oh, no, it doesn't, because it's got a cooldown. Let's hit one of the white ice with an erosion. My main reason for that, the black ice is still my priority, but I know because it's going to be my priority, it's nice to have that tick down for a few turns. And then I can use Monica to do the heavy hits. Wow. So hopefully the tick will take out that black ice. I want to see what these turrets do. Not much by the looks of it. Okay, so at least the black ice is taken care of. Gotta lower the security level. It really sucks that takes up your whole turn, because it's still like it's still moving up in total. Misses aren't helping either. Let's do one of these. And hopefully I can clean up some of the white ice. Not enough AP. That doesn't make any sense. How's it going, Black Dahlia? That was probably a waste. Oh well. How are you doing tonight? Actually, Lorgosh, you, I was mentioning about, somebody who plays Diablo 3 and is making me want to play it myself. Black Dahlia is actually the guy I was talking about, so if you want to talk about your adventures in Season 2 and 3, he is definitely going to understand what's going on much better than I do. Oh, cool, I just ran up, offered myself straight to it. I don't know why that song came up for you either, Black Dahlia, but I'm happy it did. How are you doing tonight? Yes, yes, control nodes hacked. I'm not going to use that voice for the AI. No. They made the game hard as dicks. Used to goes through master difficulty, no problem. Well, I mean, I think what's so interesting about it is the only thing I really associated with Diablo for such a long time was how disappointing it was on release, and now everybody's talking about how good the game is. So, oh, Season 3 hasn't started. Yes, control nodes hacked. Matrix connection severed. Initiating control sequence rewrite. The throbbing cadence of Apex voice increases in tempo. Keep my automated defenses away from that terminal. So I believe I need to get out of here now. That's really interesting. I'd kind of like to see the changes that they made that brought such an abrupt change of pace, because like I can't think of a lot of games that had such a disappointment at the start and then eventually became, you know, a big thing. Like, I really don't think of a lot of examples like that. I'm sure there must be, especially with early access, but it's hard for me to think of examples. Yeah, see, it's funny you mentioned that, Dahlia, because like one of the things for me is that, man, these turrets are a complete waste. When they first introduced monster power, which has a means of scaling difficulty, okay, that's cool. Yeah, like the biggest thing for me is when I play a lot of games like that, I get very tired of them very quickly. It doesn't feel like there's a lot that's going on. Oh my god. Run. When they put Luke 2.0 in the game, basically became the best dungeon crawler ever. Good gear everywhere. Yeah. So, like, I can remember for a while... Oh, can I just escape? Nope. I guess I need to hang out so my partner doesn't die, but yeah, so like I can remember playing a little bit of Diablo 2, and then I can't even remember what part. It was like a second act or something like that. And I was just like, you know, there's only so much that left clicking on monsters is making me happy. And I think I've hit that point. So, like, I've never seen the end of Diablo 2 just because, oh my god. I really don't know how to get out of here. But yeah, like, I just kind of felt like after that period of time, I'd sort of seen everything that the game had to show me. Which probably isn't fair. Diablo 2, a lot of people say was a really good game, but I just never got to see that much of it because, I don't know, it didn't feel like it had a lot of variety. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I mean, the other thing for me too is that I've definitely really enjoyed Torchlight, and I mean, I like MMOs. I like lots of games that, to me at least, indicate that Diablo is a good game for me. But I think my Diablo 2 experience kind of just made me a little gun shy of the series, which is really unfair to it because I think it deserves better. Maybe the turret stopped sucking? There we go. Oh, now I pissed it off. Drop the Dragon Slayer idol. D2 and D3 aren't all that similar. Oh, you know what? The other thing that I remember about Diablo 3, I thought this was the stupidest thing I saw online. And that's saying something. I remember when the screenshots came out and everybody was really mad that the game was somewhat colorful. I remember thinking that that was such a terrible criticism to level at the game. Ooh. I need to stop that happening right away. And like everybody just kind of went in and did these mock-ups of like what the game should look like when you remove all the colors. And I'm like, you know, I have a feeling I would become very depressed if I watched a game that looked like this for the duration that, yeah, people were really see, this is the thing, like, you know, Diablo 3 is dark fantasy, but dark fantasy does not immediately imply that you are forbidden from using colors. Like, there is some benefit to variation. I wonder what happens when I jack into this one. Something terrible? Alright, let's just strip the armor off of this thing. Well, I mean, taste is taste, right? If people legitimately enjoy the game more doing that, then it's not my place to tell them otherwise. But I guess the big thing is that like whenever I do my own color schemes of things, it generally tends to be quite dark, and I know I'm usually very unhappy with the way the things look. So, it's not the choice I would have made, but then it's also probably a good indication about why I'm not an artist. A 75 boost on the color, and now it looks gorgeous. So you did a complete change of heart on that. Parson rushes at you. His eyes are blank, and his face is an expressionless mask. A stream of thin drool runs down the corner of his mouth. The communion must be protected. You are a threat to the communion. You must die. I don't even know what I'm doing in here. Why don't I have any... Oh my god, I completely forgot to equip... That's a complete waste of a turn. I completely forgot to equip software for that fight. I could have used Monica, but I don't see any point in doing that at half capacity. Okay, Glory, impress me. Good enough. Another one? Okay. I have a feeling I can keep that control terminal alive long enough, but it kind of feels a little tedious. Oh, this is interesting now. I'm not going to be able to change the terminals even if I wanted. I know one of those turrets is going to be down pretty quickly. Okay, let's start by hitting these with AoE. And I'll actually focus on Parson otherwise. That's disappointing. Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure if I can get through this now. But we'll do our best. It's definitely the kind of encounter I was thinking for in Endgame 1. I'm not doing chores for people anymore, which is a bonus. I also thought you got kicked out if your alert was high enough, but this doesn't seem to be the case. I'm probably going to regret using the blaster here, but... Yeah, or die trying, that's always an option. Alright, let's see what happens when I go left. Oh, I've been here before. So my question is, why do I need to be in... Why do I need to be in cyberspace for this? It seems very dangerous. Okay, well, I'll just basically defend the right-hand side. It sort of feels like I can just kind of hang out in one of the turret rooms. Actually, at this point, I'm just gonna jack out, and when I need to switch turrets, I'll do that. Actually, could have better positioned Minerva. I'll put her behind the console. And Eiger isn't actually in any cover. She can sort of take a few hits, so I think I'll actually just put her in the middle of the room, and she gets a nice overwatch of anybody approaching. Now the catch is that she's going to be vulnerable from behind, but hopefully those turrets will take care of it. We're almost halfway, so... very sneaky. I guess I'm gonna have to fight through them as well. The other thing I'm not clear on, I mean, this might have been in some of the dialogue that I never wound up seeing, but I'm curious what the relationship between this AI and the cultists are. Because definitely there's some kind of brain damage happening to the people who go in there. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do Dragon Slayer's favor first, because I'm always going to be standing here. Then I can do an idol. Drop the idol. And free aim. So, like, I'm definitely getting the feeling that there's something going on with this communion cult, and the fact that there's this killer AI going on inside the building, but it doesn't actually really go into what that connection is. Or if it did, I just didn't go through the proper dialogue tree to find out. Oh, they're probably going back to the control nodes. So I'm almost tempted to go and kill one of the Deckers, but I think it's probably better if I just take them out in cyberspace. This is going to be a hard fight, though. Actually, I'm going to get Glory to take out at least one of them. She'll take some damage, but I'm pretty sure I can do some good work with this. I should have gave her a haste before. That was stupid of me. Am I at all a fan of Men of War? I don't believe I'm familiar with that. What is it? That was a nice hit. I think it was kind of stupid to take glory out of this, though. Okay, we will do carpet bombing with AoE. Yes, I have heard of Company of Heroes. Can't say if I've played it, I don't recall it. I will confess I'm a little confused by these mechanics. I'm not quite sure what this hacker's doing here. Oh, it's Parson again. I was actually going to say, I may have played Company of Heroes, and I was about to describe as like, yeah, you know, you'd use World War II units and you go and capture control points. And that occurred to me that that is literally a description of just about every World War II tactical squad game. Yeah, I mean, it sounds interesting. I don't really know a lot about that genre, but I'm always looking for new games to love. I'm probably going to check it out when the stream is done. Let's see if I can hit this. Oh, I hit my turret. Damn it. Okay, shotgun first. Yeah, I definitely will. I also think I have a copy of Company of Heroes in my Steam library. So I should actually give that a try. Men of War Assault Squad 2. Okay. I take it this is a series you think quite highly of. Oh, God. What a pain in the ass. So now I know why I needed to stay in cyberspace, at least. What, the Decker just vanishes? There's a demo of the first one, if not the second one. Okay. Man, it's 2 a.m. I was supposed to be done this an hour ago. Oh, and you know what? I've got 2 terminals to hack. Okay. I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but I'm going to save this here. This is going to be definitely a very long fight, and I'm already an hour past the time I needed to go to bed, so I'm just going to go... I'm going to give it an unglorious exit. And we will be picking this up probably next week. So for those of you who are who missed the previous announcement, the idea is it's 12 midday. Yeah, I wish it was 12 midday here. I could get more done. So for those of you who missed the announcement, the format's going to be a little bit different while I finish up school. I've only got a few weeks left in my undergrad. I am switching to basically Mondays and Fridays as my only sort of assured streams. I know I really wanted to get like a weekend stream in, but it's just not really been able to happen with consistency. And I also get, very polarized reactions to Crusader Kings 2. There are some people who watch it only for watch the stream only for Crusader Kings, and there are some people who watch the stream for anything but Crusader Kings. So I think Crusader Kings does deserve some attention on Twitch, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people stream it that much. So I'm happy to fill that niche. But the one thing I don't want to be is a Crusader Kings 2 only stream. So I think the best way that I could sort of serve the two masters was to have a dedicated Crusader Kings 2 day. I think Fridays are a good day to do that because there's usually a lot of other stuff for people to watch. Yeah, I know you hate that game, Black Dahlia. I do notice that you lurk anyway, so that's actually really appreciated. But I think the best compromise that I could hit is that Friday is like prime time for Twitch, right? Everybody's favorite channels are up, and so I feel that people are really not missing a whole lot if I do Crusader Kings on a time when there's lots of other stuff that people could be watching. And then I'm making what is now my only other regular day to be my other game day. So in this case, we're going to be finishing Dragonfall on Mondays, and then basically that's going to be whatever other game I feel like will be played on Mondays. And then once I start getting back to a slightly more regular schedule in terms of like streaming more than the 2 days, all the other days will usually be things other than Crusader Kings. I might change it up a little bit, do another Crusader Kings day, but basically I'll have a dedicated CK2 day, and then all the other games get played on the other days. You wouldn't mind if there wasn't so much reading in Crusader Kings 2 or Dragonfall? I think there's way more reading in Dragonfall. Anyways, let me just take a minute. I noticed there's actually a surprising number of people in the channel for the hour, and the fact that this wasn't as active as a stream. So I think what I'll do here is I will host Alaskan Savage. He's a... Oh, nice. Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to host Alaskan Savage. I believe he's playing Bloodborne right now. If you've not... Well, I know Dahlia's already been there because he's got the Savage emotes, but for those of you who are not familiar with Alaskan Savage, he is in the same time zone as me, works as a chef during the day, streams at night. Really great attitude. Somebody who I know Jesse Quill is a mod for. A lot of people on Team Panda really like him. So he seems like a nice way to end out the evening. As for me, thank you everybody for stopping by tonight. I know we had a rough start to begin with, and I know this was actually one where I thought I was going to be doing Eiger's mission forever, but we got through that relatively quickly. And then the rest of it was just kind of, I don't know, slogging through. Like I said, it's there's some good missions on this one, but then it felt like I was doing people's chores for a while, which is not... I don't think when you're building to a big climax for a game, I don't really think you want to be sending people on, like, side quests. But other than that, I think this is a really good game. I'm looking forward to Hong Kong when they finally release it, but that's all for the future. This is it for me. I always do too long of an outro, so I hope you guys enjoy Alaskan Savage, and we'll see you the next time we are online together. Have a good one, everybody.